Welcome, friends. This video is the first of a series about ancient Roman law. Today we will take a look at the foundation of Roman law and how it came to be. Lay back and enjoy. The 12 Tables. The Law of the 12 Tables, also known as the 12 Tables, was the earliest attempt at codifying Roman law. It was a set of laws inscribed on 12 bronze tablets and publicly displayed in the Roman Forum around 450 BCE. The purpose of the 12 Tables was to provide a written and accessible legal code that could be known and understood by all Roman citizens. The 12 Tables consisted of 12 sections or tables, with each table addressing different areas of law. Some of the topics covered included legal procedures, family law, property rights, contracts, and crimes. Let's take a look at the tables and some of the laws. Table 1. Protection of rights in preparation of court. The first table emphasized the protection of certain fundamental rights. For example, it recognized the right of individuals to defend themselves in court and established guidelines for legal proceedings and remedies for wrongs. Here are two examples of laws from the first table. Number 1. If the defendant attempts evasion or takes flight, the accuser shall lay hand on the defendant. This would be with the purpose of forcing the defendant to appear in court. Number 2. If one of the parties shall not have appeared in court, after noon the judge shall adjudge the case in favor of him present. So not showing up would never be in your best interest. Table 2. This table covered legal proceedings and the functioning of the Roman legal system. It established rules for lawsuits, including the presentation of evidence, the role of witnesses, and the authority of judges. Let's look at a few examples of the second table. Number 1. If disease falls upon any of the accuser, defendant, or judge, the day of trial shall be differed. Of course, someone would double-check if it was a matter of illness, so faking a cold would not be enough. Number 2. Whoever shall have need of evidence shall go on every third day to cry before the doorway of the witness's house. This placed a lot of public attention on the witness, which could increase pressure to testify in court. Table 3. Debt and financial matters took center stage in this table. It outlined rules regarding debtors and creditors, including regulations on repayment, interest rates, and bankruptcy. Let's have a look at some of the laws. Number 1. A citizen of debt acknowledged and for matters judged in court, 30 days shall be allowed by law for payment or for satisfaction. Number 2. If the debtor fails to make a compromise, he shall suffer capital punishment or shall be delivered for sale beyond the Tiber. But that would only be if you fail in all attempts to settle the debt. Table 4. Family law was the centerpiece of this table. It covered topics such as marriage, divorce, guardianship, and the rights and responsibilities of fathers within the family structure. Let's have a look at a few examples. Number 1. A dreadfully deformed child shall be killed quickly. Number 2. If a father thrice surrender a son for sale, the son shall be free from the father. Now let's dive into that last one for a second. This law had to do with ancient Roman tradition of emancipatio. Emancipatio was a tradition where citizens could legally free their children or slaves, granting them independence. It involved a formal process, severing legal control. Emancipated individuals gained rights, but often remained connected to their father or former owners in a client-patron relationship. Table 5. This table focused on legal issues pertaining to inheritance and guardianship. It detailed the roles and responsibilities of guardians and their obligations towards their wards. This table had a few more laws on it than some of the other tables. Let's have a look at some of these laws. Number 1. If anyone who has no direct heir dies, the nearest male agnate shall have the estate. Number 2. If there is not a male agnate, the male clansman shall have the estate. Number 3. Women, except Vestal virgins, because of their levity of mind, shall be under guardianship. If you're curious about the other laws on this table, please check out the link in the description below. Table 6. Known as the Ownership and Possession Table, This table dealt with matters related to property rights and the legal aspects of ownership and possession. It established rules and guidelines to regulate disputes and protect individuals' rights in relation to their agreements. Let's see what laws they had on this one. 1. When a person makes bond and conveyance, according as he specified with his tongue, so shall be the law. Number 2. Unless he stand by his agreement, double is to be the penalty. Table 7. This table focused on legal issues related to real estate and boundaries. It aimed to resolve disputes over property, ensuring clear demarcations and establishing legal remedies for violations. Let's get to the law. Number 1. If a person constructs a road and it becomes unusable because of decay or damage, travelers may travel across the property of the owner wherever they wish and are not bound to use the road. Number 2. The width of a road shall be 8 feet on a straight stretch and on a bend 16 feet. Table 8. Criminal law was the primary concern of this table. It had the most laws of all tables and detailed various crimes and their corresponding punishments, ranging from fines to physical penalties and even the death penalty. Let's see what this table stated. Number 1. If a citizen sings or composes an incantation that can cause dishonor or disgrace to others, he shall suffer a capital penalty. Number 2. No one may hold meetings at night. Number 3. If a thief commits a theft by night and the owner kills the thief is killed lawfully. The Romans used 8 kinds of punishment: fine, fetters, flogging, retaliation in kind, civil disgrace, banishment, slavery, and death. Table 9. This table addressed specific regulations related to public matters, such as the rights and duties of Roman citizens in public spaces, the protection of public property. Let's take a look at 2 examples. Number 1. A man cannot be put to death without first having been found guilty in court. Number 2. Whoever incites a public enemy or whoever betrays a citizen to a public enemy shall be punished capitally. Number 3. A judge who is found guilty of taking a bribe shall be put to death. Yeah, that's right, the law is for everyone. Table 10. This table dealt with legal matters regarding funerals and burial practices. It outlined the rights and duties of families in performing funeral rites and the regulation of mourning periods. What do some of the laws say? Number 1. A dead person shall not be buried or burned in the city. Number 2. Women shall not tear their cheeks or have sorrowful outcry when attending the funeral. Table 11. These laws were additional laws and regulations about marriage. Let's look at another few examples. Number 1. Intermarriage between plebeians and patricians cannot occur. Number 2. Soldiers must delay marriage until completing their training. Table 12. This final table addressed regulations concerning slaves and punishments. Let's take a look at some of the final laws. Number 1. If a slave commits theft or cause damage, he has to be given for the damage. So if the slave worked enough to repay the damages, he would then return to his house. This punishment was often not permanently. Number 2. Whatever the people ordain last shall be legally valid. This table also states the 8 punishments. And as the final table, it concludes the Roman law known as the 12 tables. It is important to know that besides the law, there were numerous traditional military, religious, and social standards which formed Roman society, but more on that in another video. This was not an in-depth analysis of the laws, so try to use the sources in the description to learn even more about this amazing subject. If you liked this video, consider liking and subscribing. It would help a lot. Thank you very much for watching. Until the next video.